There aren't many moments in Hollywood where an entire city stops what it's doing to honor one man, but then again, there's only one Dick Van Dyke. And as he approaches his 100th birthday, Malibu is preparing something so massive, so heartfelt, and so unexpected that even longtime fans weren't ready for it. Because behind the celebrations, behind the red carpets, and behind the citywide festival, there's a story unfolding that's almost as unbelievable as Van Dyke's career itself. It almost doesn't feel real. A man who danced across rooftops in Mary Poppins, who made generations laugh through the Dick Van Dyke Show, and who brought pure joy into every era of entertainment, is officially hitting 100. And the wildest part? He's still working. Just last year, he became the oldest daytime Emmy winner in history. At nearly 98, he walked on stage, accepted his award, and reminded everyone that he's nowhere near done. Fans said it felt like watching Hollywood's immortal legend defy time itself. But as surreal as that moment was, what Malibu is planning next goes far beyond an award. Starting November 28th, Malibu transforms into something people are already calling Vandyland. For 2 full weeks, the entire city becomes a celebration of Dick Van Dyke's life. Stores, theaters, community centers, everyone is participating. It's not just a birthday. It's a festival, a tribute, a living museum honoring one man who's impacted generations. But even with all the excitement, one event is stealing all the attention, and it's the one fans never saw coming. At the heart of this celebration is the world premiere of Dick Van Dyke, a 100 celebration, a feature-length documentary that's been in the works for nearly 3 decades. And that alone raises eyebrows, because this isn't just a tribute film. It's a historical treasure. It includes interviews with legends who are no longer with us. Mary Tyler Moore, Carl Reiner, Betty White. People who were there. People who shared stages, sets, and real moments with him. These aren't stories being retold by fans. They're the stories that can never be captured again. Once-in-a-lifetime memories, preserved just in time. But there's another twist. The man behind the project wasn't just recording history. He was chasing something he called lightning in a bottle. Director Steve Bircher, an Emmy-winning filmmaker, spent decades gathering these interviews. His entire goal? To capture Van Dyke through the eyes of the people who worked beside him, not people who just grew up watching him on screen. That approach changed everything. It turned the film into a time capsule of Hollywood's golden era, raw, honest, and emotional. Bircher will be hosting a personal Q&A before the premiere, and insiders say he's holding back stories that didn't fit into the final cut. Stories that might surface during that live conversation. So yes, the documentary is a celebration. But it's also something far deeper, a farewell chorus from the people who helped shape Van Dyke's universe. And Malibu isn't stopping at screenings. They're hosting a full-on Van Dyke-inspired costume contest, complete with celebrity judges, including Dick's own wife, Arlene. Fans will be showing up dressed as chimney sweeps, 1960s sitcom characters, and even Burr himself. But the real curveball? Arlene revealed that the couple could have celebrated in New York or Los Angeles, but chose Malibu on purpose. Not for glamour, but to support the community after the devastating wildfires. They wanted the celebration to bring joy and business back to locals who needed it. A move that shocked fans and made the entire event even more meaningful. And this emotional layer is only building. Throughout the 2-week festival, Malibu theaters will screen Van Dyke's classics. There's a citywide birthday card signing event, a closing night dinner, and a steady stream of fans who grew up with his films, bringing their kids and grandkids to share the magic. It's not just nostalgia, it's generational storytelling. People revisiting the scenes that shaped their childhoods, rediscovering the joy he was famous for spreading. But as beautiful as the memories are, The final act of this celebration brings everyone back to the present and to Van Dyke's unbelievable late career comeback. While most actors slow down in their 70s or 80s, Van Dyke decided to win awards at 98. His performance on Days of Our Lives captured audiences who couldn't believe what they were seeing. Rumors spread online that he filmed scenes without a stunt double. Fans speculated he might still have unreleased projects waiting in the wings. And as wild as it all sounds, nothing feels impossible with him anymore. But that brings us to the biggest question of all. What legacy does this new documentary reveal? One that people haven't fully understood until now. The film doesn't just celebrate a career, it reveals a philosophy, a way of living, a joy that Van Dyke carried into every room, every set, every project. That optimism didn't just make him a star, it made him timeless. And with the premiere approaching, fans are already buzzing with unverified speculation, hidden footage, unreleased interviews, even whispers that the documentary might hint at one final surprise appearance. Nothing confirmed, but the chatter is loud. What is certain is that this celebration shows something rare, a legend getting to witness his own legacy while surrounded by people who genuinely adore him. Most stars don't get this moment. Most never see the impact they left behind. But Dick Van Dyke? He gets to walk into a theater filled with people celebrating a century of joy he gave the world. Malibu is turning his birthday into history, and fans everywhere are ready to be part of it. So now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite Dick Van Dyke moment? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories Hollywood doesn't tell anywhere else.